Good afternoon, people. Jeremy College here from pPositiveTV in the shadow of Battersea Power Station, and we're here today to see the Mia Electric, a new French car making its debut in the UK today.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ric Deslandes and I'm the English Marketing Director for Mia Electric in France.
So I've just had a bit of a run round in a Mia. It is absolutely fantastic, really cute.
I'm very glad you've said so. This is the UK debut for the Mia. We're absolutely delighted to be here. I think it's absolutely iconic to be in the shades of the once biggest CO2 producer in Europe, and here we are with a total zero emission vehicle.
So just an electric sort of town car, is that the idea of the Mia?
We very much view it as an urban car. I think there's an awful lot of slight nonsense talked about electric vehicles and their range. What we have to remember is that EVs are fundamentally urban vehicles.
Okay, so it has a sort of various different sizes and configurations as well. What is the thinking behind that?
Well, the logic there is that we're using the same wheelbase, we can effectively create a 3-seater and a 3.5 4-seater, and we can also create a commercial vehicle. Commercial vehicles don't actually qualify for the UK Consumer Incentive Grant. We hope that will change because we think there's a great future for that particular vehicle.
So you see that as being a sort of an urban delivery vehicle, something along those lines?
Very, very much so. It's on test in France at the moment by the French Post Office, La Poste, for their urban deliveries, and we've certainly sold quite a few to the classic French baker and even pizza delivery vehicles in Paris.
Give us a little bit of a history of the firm too.
Llewellyn has been a manufacturer for quite a long time, but it's always manufactured for other people, Peugeot, Citroën, Opel. When the times got tough, these companies pulled their production back to their own home plants, which left Llewellyn high and dry. Llewellyn went into judicial liquidation in France about 2 years ago, but the electrical tire division was spotted as a real jewel in the crown and was bought by German investors just over a year ago.
And there's some connection between this and the Volkswagen Golf.
I wouldn't go quite as far as that. The chief designer of Mia is Murat Gunak, who was chief designer of VW. He's now a director of our company. David Wilkie, who's the associate director, was also very involved in the design of Mercedes and VW.
So we're going to see these on the road in the UK very soon?
We sincerely hope, with luck and a fair wind, that these cars will be available in February, March of next year. Touch wood, we're on the verge of some pretty good distribution arrangements. So, yep, February, March of 2012 should see the first Mias on the streets of London.
And if people want to get a bit more information on the internet about a Mia, where would they go look?
www.mia-electric.com.
Rick, thanks very much for talking to us.
Pleasure.
So we've caught up with Stephen Glazer from Ecovelocity and the Mia. What do you think of first looks?
Well, it's definitely different, isn't it? I mean, it's got 4 wheels and a steering wheel, but the steering wheel's in the middle, I noticed, which is the first car I've ever driven in the middle. The last one was a helicopter, obviously. I can't wait to give it a whirl.
Fantastic. In that case, why don't you give us a quick spin around the track?
I will, and you won't hear me, of course, because it's all electric. Fantastic. Let's see, here it goes. Whoa. Enough room for the mother-in-law in the back. And for how many miles or kilometres could I do this?
Now the 12 kilowatt hour battery gives you a range of between 75 and 80 miles in an urban cycle.
Right. Well, there's not many cities that are bigger than 70 miles across.
No.
So I'll try here.
Right there.
Gosh. Can we do that again?
I should get past yet. Will do.
100 years ago, there were 99 cars in the state of New York, and all but one of them was electric. All but 2 of them were electric. And the average range of those cars in those days was about 100 miles, would you believe? But the top speed was 15 miles an hour or so. Although you could argue that when you go faster than that in most modern cities. But no, it's great. And I'd like one, please.
So you're quite a tall chap. What did you think?
Actually, there's more legroom than I thought. I got him, but because the legs go right to the front of the car, because there's no combustion engine there, you have surprisingly more legroom than you think you have. I could definitely use that for a run around. Not sure I'd take it to Le Mans, but I'd definitely take it to Tesco's.
Oh, it's really nice. That's his first time, so I should explain to viewers that we're driving around the track at the Ecovelocity exhibition by Battersea Power Station. So, but it's, I mean, from the point of view of driving it, it is supremely simple and clear, you know, what's going on. I mean, it's very easy.
We wanted it to be easy and straightforward to use.
So sorry, remind me the kilowatt hours, because you did say it's 12 kilowatt hour batteries.
12 kilowatt hour batteries, yes.
So you've got a range in this car, what, 50, 60 miles, something like that?
It's 12 kilowatt hour that gives you around 75 to 80 miles in urban cycle.
But then it's also very suitable for delivery vehicles, you know, to have it with no seats in the back, presumably. And so easy to get in and out of. Well, which is really handy. Either side, no doors that open, slidey doors, very clever. No, the visibility is really, really exceptional, very good. And also really handy storage bits for your papers or your cameras, in fact. I mean, it's so easy to put the cameras in here, fantastic.
One thing you've not tested is the turning radius.
Which is hard, isn't it, really, here, because we can't really do it.
But if you go for a last drive, you'll
see
there's an area where
oh my God, I can feel it. It actually, the steering wheel turned another turn than I expected. So it's very tight. It's a very tight.
Yes. Or in between in here.
Oh really? You're kidding? We'll turn around in that?
Yeah, you can. You could turn around in much tighter than that, actually.
Oh, that threw him. You didn't expect me to do that. You see, you couldn't do that in your lay-on. That is amazing. That is really very...
And the short wheelbase is...
So it will be even smaller turning circle. Very nice. Very nice to drive. Really, really good. Very impressed with that. Now I've got to work out. So there isn't a neutral, as it were.
No.
Which is that? There's no need, is there? Really, you just turn it off.
Well, there we go. A quick whiz round of the Mere then.
Yeah, 3 laps. Very exciting.
What did you think? How did you feel?
I do think it's fantastic. It is what it is. You know, it's a very small, compact little car. The turning circle is ridiculous. I mean, you can turn it on a sixpence. It's quite
like a London taxi.
Yeah, probably better. I would think it's tighter than a London taxi. So parking it, getting it in and out of awkward space is very easy. Really good visibility because you're sitting in the middle, so you can absolutely judge where the two sides are. You're not sort of going, ooh, am I a bit near that curve? You know exactly where you are. So, no, I think it's fantastic.
It's a comfortable ride. And
yeah,
I mean, in the back it was fine.
Was it? Right, yeah.
Exactly.
No, well, it's very nice in the front. I mean, it's kind of, it is what it is. You know, it's not a supercar, it's not ultra fast, but it's got, you know, the range is more than adequate. It's, you know, I thought it would be like, I'm sort of thinking, because it's sort of small and lightweight, G-Wiz-ish, which is, if I've driven a G-Wiz, 30 miles you've done well. Really? And this is 60, 70 miles, you know, so, you know.
That's also very good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's no surprises, is the nice thing about it.
No, isn't it? Yes, it didn't suddenly do something weird that you went, oh my God, are they serious? No, I think it's really, I like the look of them. I mean, when they've been pulling in and out of here, I think they look
quite smooth, don't
they? They look really sensible.
Yeah.
You know, they're not too space agey, they're different to, you know, what we're often used to with traditional cars because they're a different shape, but you know, they're not kind of bonkers. No, I just think, I had a fantasy while I was driving it that I lived in a little town in the south of France, a little narrow alleyway to the little courtyard with the beautiful flowers, and you just drive in.
Glide in.
Yeah, yeah.
Great. Thank you very much for chatting to Positive TV again.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Well, it's official, the Mir is an absolute winner. I've totally fallen in love with this beautiful little car. Such a clever car as well. It can be a little delivery van for around the city, a little car for 3-4 people running around town. 70 miles, 100 miles if you go on eco mode. Fantastic, I'm really, really impressed by it. So I've decided I'm going to have to put my name down for one, see if I can get in the queue for when they arrive in January 2012. Thanks for watching.